guys, thank you for watching my video. I'm going to teach you a little bit about what an acrostic poem is. Today you're going to have the chance to make your very own acrostic poem, which is super exciting. And it's pretty simple. I want to show you how to do it. And in order to do that, I have 3 poems to share with you. One poem that I wrote, one poem that Campbell wrote, and one poem that Caroline wrote. So you'll see after my video, this should be the first thing you do in this assignment, and then you'll see a Google slideshow, which will tell you a lot more about acrostic poetry. It will give you some examples and explain how you do it. And then the third thing is for you to create your own acrostic poem, and you can just do that on a piece of paper and have your parents send me a picture of it, however it's easiest for you. Okay, so the first one I am going to show you is my poem. And the first thing you need to do with an acrostic poem is choose something you care about. So it can be anything. It can be a pet, it can be an animal, it can be a place, it can be a person, it can be a thing that you really like, anything at all. So the thing that I chose to write about is school. And I chose school because I miss school so much and I miss you guys so much. And that was the thing that was special to me right now. So once you've chosen what you want to write about, you want to take the word, so my word is school, and you want to write it down the side of your page. So do you guys see these rainbow letters? What do they spell? S-C-H-O-O-L. That spells school. So instead of writing the word across my paper like we usually do, I started at the top and I wrote it down my paper. Another thing you might notice is that my word school, those are the biggest letters on the page. You don't have to do that, but I like to do that because it really makes the words stand out. And I also chose to write my letters in color so they would stand out more than the other letters. But that's how I chose to do it. You can do it your own way. Your poem is your poem, and my poem is my poem. So then, once you've chosen what you want to write about, I chose school, then you need to think of something you can say about your subject. So my subject is school, starting with each letter in the word. So I had to come up with something about school that starts with S, something that starts with C, something that starts with H, O, another O, and then L. Okay, and I sort of chose to make each of my sentences connect, but you don't have to do it that way. So let me read you my poem. I started with my S. So much fun. Classroom we love. How I miss everyone. Outside at recess or inside our room. Learning with friends. So when I wrote that poem, I thought of all the things I miss about school and all the things I love about school. And I tried to include it using the first or the letters in the word school as my first letters of each line. So that's one example. Caroline decided to write her acrostic poem about, if you know anything about Caroline, you can guess, horses, her favorite thing in the whole world. So Caroline's word is horse. And she chose to do hers in black and white, but she made her letters in the word horse stand out by making them bold. Remember, we talked about bold print at school? The letters are thicker. So she wrote her word horse going down the page. And Caroline chose to just include 1 or 2 words in each line of her poem, which is also fine. That's a different way to do it, and that is perfectly fine. She thought of all different words that have to do with horses. So here's her poem. Hay, oats, runs free, saddle, equine. And equine is a word that means everything to do with horse. Like you might hear canine for dog, feline for cat. Equine is a word for horse. So everything that has to do with horses is equine. So that's how she ended her poem. And then she drew a picture to go with it as well. Campbell's poem looks like this. And Campbell wrote a poem about the ocean. So he used blue for his words because blue is the color of the ocean. He made all of his letters in the word ocean uppercase, and he made them all bigger than the other letters. He drew pictures to go with his poem as well. His poem goes like this. octopi, fish, sharks, and many others. Octopi is more than one octopus, right? Crashing waves, evil pirates. Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic. He named the oceans. Natural wonder. That is Campbell's poem about the ocean. The ocean is special to him, and so that's what he chose to write about. And so Campbell did a couple different things. He made a lot of lists in his poems. So this is a list of different things that live in the ocean. And you notice in a list, he put a comma between each item. That's how we make a list. Or he did some describing words about the ocean, like crashing waves is describing. He put things that you think of when you think of the ocean. Evil pirates would sail on an ocean. He named different oceans, different large oceans. And then he ended it by saying the ocean is a natural wonder. It's in nature and it's wonderful. So those are a couple examples of acrostic poems. I hope that helps you when you decide to write yours, and I cannot wait to read them. Have fun with this, you guys. Bye.